Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to You Must Build a Boat. Let's hop into our next run. This is the sequel to 10 million. I imagine I need to say that every time. I've had several runs where I struggled to get this quest done, but I got another quest done, so I imagine it's still very much worth it to take 2 quests while you can and just hope things work. And I need to be prepared. The first few seconds on the run probably are best suited to creating a scenario where you can easily identify places where you can make several matches. And instead of doing that, I often am looking upward. It's taking me a little bit of time to get back into this style of gameplay. It's been maybe as long as almost a year since I last played 10 million. It was a game I enjoyed. Maybe it was one of those games that I was slightly annoyed with at the end of the day. Just because... Wow, that was a lot of gold. Too much of anything, you know. It's pretty easy to tell that this game could get a little frustrating and a little dull after a while, since you're just matching the same thing over and over again. So our goal is to make a 5 match. That's kind of a tall order, not really though. What kind of sucks is the inability to line things up. Wow, look at that effect. That was unsuspected. Like a bomb that blew up all the crates and the entire graphics. So at this point, then you kind of know the graphics you're seeing are kind of a joke. There, I made a 5 match of keys. The 8-bit graphics here are intentionally being made, and surely they probably are easier to make than trying to do like fancy 3D graphics or 2.5D graphics, but I think the creator of this game probably could pull that off if he tried. It is also fair to say this game never goes on sale. Like, I wanted to play this game probably 6 months ago, and it just never happens. Like, and it's priced a little too high, in my opinion, if you don't get it on sale. For a match 3 puzzle game that you're only going to play for a short time and then probably put on your shelf and never play again. It breaks all tiles with the type displayed. Interesting. So we'll increase the amount of damage our staves do, stabs. And I can't upgrade anything else. And can't upgrade anything here. So as long as in a couple of runs I get 1 quest done, defeat the swarm before it deals any damage. Defeat a swarm before it deals any damage. Well, we've been fighting swarms. Ah man, I found a fight action and it didn't work, so I'll just break the staves anyways. I need keys and there's no keys to match. I got a towel, apparently. Let's take that. Ideally, you would want to get this to the point where your one attack with the swords would do more than enough damage to kill most enemies in a run. But since you move to more difficult areas, that may actually never actually occur. Like, it is very possible if I went back to the previous area, it would, I might be able to kill something in one move. But if I go back to the previous area, then I wouldn't be able to try to do this quest anyways. Keep the combos going as best as I can. Let's see, just match anything is the trick, probably. This is like, don't even bother trying to match the thing you're looking for, just make matches. And more often than not, you'll run into something that works. Let's just keep this working. Now we need keys and keys. We did defeat a swarm before it dealt any damage, but we've been struggling to get the 3 chests open. And when you capture a creature, you get gold, and maybe you get some understanding of how to. You gain twice as much power from matching in a gym dungeon. This is almost Pokemon-esque. There are some changes definitely here happening. Things are slightly different from the previous game. Different, perhaps not 100% guaranteed improvements. Last for 90 seconds. Let's just keep matching things. Find me something to match, please. Come on, give me something that I can break. I'm not seeing a lot of weapons. Let's see, it's maybe if we do that, and then do that, and then do that. Yeah, keys aren't gonna help. So we're definitely struggling. I'm just a little too weak. And ideally you'd want to work in the lower half of the playfield, since all of the pieces fall downward. Any matches you make lower in the lower section opens the room for more combos than the upper section. Theoretically, at least that's the case. And maybe in practicality that doesn't actually happen. Just keep breaking things. It might be down to a point where I should just take away one quest and try to just open 3 chests and make it a little bit easier on me. Although the amount of difficulty being increased is only about 10%. is still not working. So if we return home, click on this, and then just add one quest, and then take it off. And like, it's in order, so like this adds more monsters if I add the second quest. So doing this alone probably will make it a little bit easier. And this is a good combo regardless of what we run into. Yeah, all of a sudden we're seeing a lot more chests. So yeah, this works much better. Probably shouldn't have used that there, but I just want to get this chest done. And that's 3 chests, so that should be the quest done. And now that there's less monsters, I may actually last 90 seconds too. Which isn't gonna count, of course. I can't find anything. Like, really struggling to find matches. More than I should be. I'm just so out of practice. There we go. That quest is done. And what? Do I click this? Oh, you drag it. Interesting. And so now we have 1 silver and a lot of gold. So I could upgrade to that if I could afford it. Defeating a monster gives a larger time bonus. Let's take that. So now we have the Sword of Momentum. And a chance to automatically counterattack sounds nice too. But see, we have power and thought, and none of that has been explained at all. Critical strike to do 25% more damage. Some of those extra abilities would be nice to unlock. So there's no more quests after this point, which means after I finish this and last for 90 seconds, it's time to move on to the next location. And I assume you have to kill something with the sword to get the extra time bonus. But maybe not. And the thought and power stuff may slowly, very minutely increase my attack. Let's see. We need to keep it close. I have 92 gold. Do I get any gold other than a small pittance for doing a run, particularly a failed run that didn't really accomplish much? I have 97. Let's see. Now 102. So you're getting a small amount of gold for every kill. It may be possible if I didn't run ahead that I could stretch the length of the game, but I don't fully think that's true. Let's see. Do this. Do this. Do this. And do that. Still not fully done. And so now I'm up to 106. And it doesn't seem like you can go backwards. So do we go forward with equality danger 100? Or let's just do one run without a quest. Well, apparently you can't even do it. You can't even do a run without quests. I think that's probably a failure on the game's part. Like, I think you probably should be allowed to do the runs without quests, even if it doesn't make a lot of sense, just to kind of grind some money. Let's see. Come on, die. Wow, that was a massive combo of keys. I got some kind of ancient tome out of that chest, but it's just showing up as text. It's not showing up as something that you can actually see. Give me more time. And in a 30-minute increment, how many runs can one do? Trying to do less than 90 seconds. Failing to do a 90-second run. Like, I'm sure that's probably pretty easy math if I was to think it through. I'm gonna start with that ability right there. And that didn't do as much damage as I thought it would. Find something to match. Just keys everywhere. Well, up to 150, and I think the game may intentionally be forcing me to grind. Maybe not. Maybe if I was slightly faster on my thinking and finding matches, a player could run through this. There is that impression from 10 million that really good speedrunners of that game could have beaten it on the first try, in the first run, gone from 0 points to 10 million in 1 or 2 runs, if not one alone. Let's see. 155 to upgrade the staffs. And staves have like a critical chance where swords don't seem like they do. This more monsters is killing me. And most games I would think should vary it up. Like sometimes on random, if this was Rogue Legacy or any rogue-like game similar to that, you would have random runs where there were more monsters, but then there would be other runs where there were less monsters or something else was different. Here, it's clearly gatekeeping and directly programmed quests that you have to finish. And so if there's any point in this game where you just can't finish a quest, as I'm kind of struggling to do a 90-second run, you either bang your head against it or you give up on the game, whichever happens first. There, in 10 million were eventually items that would have reduced the number of key drops, and I imagine those things will eventually show themselves in gameplay. One would hope that that is the case. Because if that isn't the case, then there's so little control you would have playing the game that it feels not, it wouldn't feel completely fair or engaging. Like right now, it is hitting that point where it feels like the game is just telling me to do it and giving me no help on top of that. Just get it done or don't. Run again or don't. Eventually I'll grind up to another 100 gold, but that would take a significant amount of time. That's not just gonna happen. And I'm still not exactly sure what the strength does. Does strength increase the damage over the run of how much your sword does to keep you in line with some kind of power curve? Maybe. Suppose that's a possibility. Of Like, and it certainly a lot of times feels like I'm close to 90 seconds, but it could just be things feel a lot longer when you're playing the game. Let's see. Let's do this, this, this. 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 Keep the matches going. Try our best. Like, I really do wish there was a place to grind or improve your skills, or at the very least maybe get more gold on an easier path, and there's just nothing here. And I don't recall that being an issue in 10 million. But you can't run without the quests. We've already seen that. And this quest is giving me more monsters. And this may have been one of the last few games to be made before Steam instituted its 2-hour gameplay policy, because I could see hitting a frustration point like this in less than 2 hours and just saying, you know what, it's not for me, it's time for a refund. Of course, I won't do that since I'm criticizing the game, but I could see a regular player doing it. This is kind of the exact example of what the 2-hour refund policy is for. Like, games that either are extremely short or extremely difficult. Like, we're at 53 gold. There's nothing I can do. Let's see. And there's no bit of information here that's helpful at all. And you can't just run. So yeah, this is way too frustrating, way too early in the game. The game could have been a little nicer to me. Let's see. And I can't even find the key. My brain is just not in match mode. And if there was some kind of secret pity function where it started giving me combos and just making the game easier, even though it wasn't telling you that it was doing that, that'd be nice too, but I don't see any evidence that that's the case. Darn it, this is not gonna work. There we go. There's nothing's going to fit. Every time he hits me, it knocks me back and it lowers my chances of staying on the screen. And that's how I'm almost every time losing, is I'm running out of time. That was a poor place to make a match. Let's see. So the shield will stop me from getting knocked back, but only moving forward actually protects me. And I need a key, so I'll just try to make some keys matches. How about these boxes? Still not 90 seconds. Wow, and I really have gone about 30 minutes trying to get a 90-second run. And frankly, this is a series that probably doesn't benefit from doing 2 30-minute episodes where I struggle for something. So I think this is one of those games, of the few games, where I should just play it off screen until I get through the 90-second run. I won't unlock anything or purchase anything, so the only thing you will miss is me playing in silence. Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen here. And certainly that is the point of this game, on a certain level, is to just play over and over again. But doing the exact same level with the exact same challenge over and over again is not an intriguing premise, really, for me. It's frankly annoying, and we're way too early in the game to be annoying. Clearly there's a shop here that will show up, a shop here, or the whole ship will reconfigure and we'll get maybe 2, maybe even 4 new things, whatever those things are. I imagine there's going to be at least 4 shops, since I think there was at least 4 shops in the previous game. But It's way too early to hit any frustration point, and we still don't know what the strength of the brains are for because I didn't catch that single tutorial section, and there's no real way to tell. That's gonna be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.